looks like a trash bag. You don't look like a trash bag. You look like a beautiful lady.
What's up, cheese bag?
Stay fresh cheese bags.
Is that what it is?
Stay fresh cheese bags. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Hardly Working, the show about life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple and for the couples that work, play, and stay together. I'm SP.
And I'm Kellie.
You like the new intro? I switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like,
I'm in it for whatever you want to do.
I'm here for it. We're going to change it every time.
Let's do it.
But this week, we're following through on stuff that we talked about in other weeks. We got a great game plan that I'm very excited about.
Oh, yes.
You're going to leave with some new knowledge, some ways to impress your friends this fall season, and dare I say, the holidays.
Yeah.
But before that, how was your week, Kel?
Jam-packed week.
Tell me
it was
some
a
highlights.
Jam-packed week. Well, this week was Simone's birthday.
Woo-woo. We talked
my
about that a little
BFF.
bit on the show.
We did. So we hung out with her. I hung out with her on her birthday, had a lot of fun. Got some drinks at a fun place, went to the mall, got some dinner. It was great. And then we also celebrated again with her husband and with one of her other friends. Went to a comedy show. Pete Lee.
Very funny
Very
guy.
funny guy.
Very funny. Enjoyed it a lot.
Have not heard of him before and was very impressed and laughed a lot.
Yeah.
Did not like how close we sat to the stage, but
Yeah.
I didn't get called on.
No, you're good.
And that was great. That was great. It was a win for me. And then my highlight of the week was yesterday, but I know there's a lot. I know that you did some stuff too.
Yesterday was your highlight.
But
Yeah.
yesterday
Oh,
was
we can save it if you want.
a super fun day.
We can talk about it right now.
Yeah. So why don't you tell me about what you did this week?
Well, if you're not watching, if you're just listening,
Cheers.
you don't get to see our giant rainbow, wonderful stiletto high-heeled platform boots from Hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, this was my bottomless mimosa that I drank
And boy,
like 5 of.
Did we take advantage of the bottomless mimosas?
Looks like a trophy.
There was no bottom. It
It
really
is my
does.
trophy.
It is. Can I
gonna
see
go
both
up.
of them?
It's going to go up in the studio somewhere.
Somewhere. It's huge. Like a real person could wear
Brooklyn.
these boots, I think. Brooklyn could
goes on.
fit
I'm just kidding.
her feet in there.
But
They're huge.
We got them from Hamburger Mary's. And if you don't know what Hamburger Mary's is, it's drag brunch.
Drag brunch.
Drag brunch. Thank you to Scott for taking us. It was so much fun.
It was a blast. Yes, thanks to our friend Scott for taking us.
Oh my
and
gosh, it
we
was so
let's
much
see,
fun.
we left our house at like 10:45,
10:30, yeah.
and we got home from brunch at 7:30 at night.
Yeah, it was a great day. It wasn't all brunch, but it was a great day. I had a blast.
It was brunch over to Mexican restaurant, over to coffee, to get some coffee.
It was so good.
It was
a
a blast.
blast.
I may have found my new calling in life. Like, I'll be shocked if I last another couple decades. That would be cool. But also, I'd be shocked if within those decades I hadn't done some version of a drag show.
Because it's fun.
It's so fun.
They perform. They're very good.
Yeah, suck it, Tennessee. They're great. Sorry,
That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fair. Hey, but it was good. It was so fun. I can't wait to go again. I really want to take my mom because I think she would
She'd have a
just have a
great
blast. Truly, I think she would. But I can't wait to go again. I want to try some other places. He was telling us about some other stuff that happens, and I'm like, yes, I'm in it. I'm all for it. Let's go. As many times as you want, I'm down.
It was such a good time.
It was so fun.
Maybe we'll throw a clip in there so people
Yeah,
can see.
because I did record a little bit.
A little bit. But
They were beautiful too.
everybody
Blast.
was amazing, talented. I told Scott this too, and I think I may have told you this. I love watching. Oh no, I was talking to Nick and Simone about it when we saw comedy at the Oxnard
Levity
Live,
Levity
whatever
Live,
it is. But it's so fun as a person who is a performer to watch other performers, because you get to see what's great that they do that you would have never thought of.
Yeah.
And you take bits and pieces and adapt it to your act and that kind of stuff.
Are you going to take the splits or the
What was it
bending
called?
over
The death
backwards?
drop?
Yeah, the
Oh,
death drop. Yeah,
I mean, I already do that in my stilettos usually.
it was great.
It was
So great.
fun.
If you want to go to a drag brunch with us, you know how to tell us. Email us at hardlyworkingfans@gmail.com. We will set up a drag brunch.
That's it.
It'll be so fun.
We will drag you there. Good times, good times. That was definitely one of the big highlights of the week.
But you worked this week.
Yes. So this week was a very busy week. You didn't mention this, but you also were sick this week.
Oh yeah, it's because I still have sick brain.
Yeah. So we woke up on Monday. We had our kid, and she woke up sick, so we had to keep her home. And then we may have mentioned that on the show last week. I don't know. But anyway, Kellie ended up getting sick on the day that I had to leave and go to Las Vegas.
Shout out to Susan for picking
coming
Brooklyn
through.
up and taking her to school so I could sleep in for literally 3 more hours.
Yeah.
As late as I could before I had to get up
My mom's the best.
to get B.
Thank you, Mom. Love you. So
I also got a parking ticket.
That's true.
Because I was sick and forgot that I parked on the street cleaning side
So I
of
guess
the street.
that was Thursday, not Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tuesday, I took off my buddy Corey and I. What's that?
Sorry, my first parking ticket where we live, just for the record.
Yeah, street cleaning.
Yeah,
It
I
happens.
had sick brain.
It happens.
Anyways,
so Corey and I jet off to Las Vegas Tuesday night
Yep.
to do a gig together on Wednesday night. We've done this gig before. He's done the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I did 2 years ago, and now this one. So this is his third year, my second year doing it. No one's told me that I can or can't say anything, so I'm just doing
He didn't
it.
sign an NDA. It's
But I will
free
also
game.
be, I don't know.
Fair play.
I don't know. Don't have to talk about who it was necessarily for. But a company brought us in to do what's called, what they call Cash Bash.
Which is so
Corey
cool.
and I gave away, I DJ'd the whole thing. There was 100 people. The top salesmen in this company, salespeople rather in this company came up. I had 100 walk-ons, 30 other songs. It was nuts. I'll show a clip right now so you can see what I'm talking about too if you're watching. But it was Cash Bash, and we gave away $1.2 million.
Insane.
2 years ago, we gave away $1 million. This year, $1.2 million.
Inflation.
That's right. Yeah, it's actually the same amount of money.
It's inflation. It's real.
But so that's so fun. All these people who are the top salesmen in this company, salespeople rather in this company, they come up, they have a certain amount of picks, and there's a big board behind them where they grab like I don't know what you'd call it, kind of like
cards.
yeah, like big card placards. That's what they are. And then on the back it says $1,000 or all the way up to there was 2 picks on there that were $25,000 per pick. So
Can I work for this company? I'll be the
right
the highest salesperson.
Yeah, you will. I told Corey, I was like, this is the second time I've done this gig, and every time we walk out of this room with the least amount of money than anyone else.
I know. It's
and we
crazy.
worked it.
I know.
So I gave away a ton of money, but and that's fun. It's obviously not my money to give away. We're just there facilitating that, and Corey was the one giving it away. I was doing the DJ and having a great time. But also between like sets of people, you've seen those like they look like phone booths, but they blow cash in the air.
Yeah.
So we did those, which is very
so
fun. Yeah, it was good times.
That's good.
So that was kind of the big piece of my week.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I got here before we get into our fall games.
But it's been a fun week, a busy, packed week with days of soccer and hanging with friends and doing fun things.
Every day has felt like
sick.
3 days in one. Yeah. It has been a month-long week right now, if that makes sense. The other thing that I just wanted to mention and kind of shout out, which was cool. We don't have to get into detail, but Thursday night I got a call from a buddy of mine. We were friends in middle school, and that was years ago. And he was like, I'm in town tomorrow. Are you available? And I was like, that's crazy. Like I had some availability in the morning.
Yeah.
And got to get together with him. His name's Alex. Great dude. It was one of those times, I know probably everybody has friendships like this where you get back together after, not seeing each other for years, and it's like you never stopped, like it never left. The friendship still there, the chemistry still there. It was all that. So it was really, really fun getting to connect with him. Shout out to Alex. Love you, buddy. And that was the biggest surprise, actually second biggest surprise of my week. I think drag brunch was still the first.
Oh, it was great though.
It was great.
Definitely my highlight.
It was
Jim.
good.
I loved hanging out with you and celebrating you. I wish
I had
you
a
would
great
come
time doing
to
that.
drag brunch.
Pete Lee was another huge surprise for me.
Yep.
This week was full of surprises, obligations, and everything in between.
Yep. Oh, and the best part of this week.
Oh, snap. We forgot the best part.
Well, I mean, lots of best parts.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
But
my sweet husband bought me a new Lego.
Oh, he's so great.
I'm so excited. Well, first, I have a ton of Christmas Legos coming in the mail, which I'm very excited about, which he surprised me with, which is great. Mm-hmm. But he got me a Stranger Things one.
That's the bottomless mimosas talking.
Yeah, I know.
He's got the Stranger Things.
But it has the upside down and the right side up.
Yeah, the
I
normal
guess.
world. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like really excited. I haven't started. I haven't even really looked at it, but I'm very excited to build it.
It's going to be awesome.
It is.
Yeah, we talked about this, and you'll see it if you're watching. Eventually, we're probably going to take some of these rather big Lego sets and start putting them on the set here. Probably, maybe even replacing the grass
Yeah.
wall. Who
We're going to
knows?
just have some more of us in here, some things from premieres that we've been at, you've been at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardly
So-
decorating
Look out. And
That's
of course,
right.
Christmas is coming and we will decorate.
for holiday
It's
holidays.
time.
Which reminds me, a quick shout out right now, just a reminder, if you haven't already sent in your favorite costumes that you've worn, you can, do that either by sending it to us on Instagram at Hardly Working Insta, or you can email it to us at hardlyworkingfans@gmail.com. Either way, but I think I'm going to take, sorry, the Topo Chico's talking.
I know.
I'm going to probably turn some of those photos into a game for next week for
Okay.
our Hardly Halloween episode. We got some good alliteration
I'm
going on.
excited.
It's going to be a good time. So games in my control next week.
Ooh,
I can't
means
wait.
I'm doing unpopular opinions.
That would be so helpful, actually. Thank you. Great. I've actually started compiling them
I'll
already.
figure it out.
So speaking of being in charge of games, it is game time, and I'm very excited about this.
Yes. And I did bring him in for this
Yeah,
game.
because we needed to do a little bit.
But here's the deal. Before he gets into it, because he's going to have this whole thing and I know it. If you haven't seen my lovely, lovely, amazing, hardly working husband on the new Sprouts commercial, which I think we talked about last week.
We did. Here it is.
Sprouts has unique, delicious fall goodies that are better for you. Chip or treat? Start with the chips. Brown sugar and cinnamon, sweet potato chip.
I love this.
I can taste pumpkin with the cinnamon.
These are gonna be the rolled wafers. Give it a try, tell me what you think.
Like a mini pie rolled up, but it feels really clean, which is probably my favorite part about it.
Natural ingredients, things I can read.
These are our old-fashioned pumpkin snap cookies.
Not too sugary. Something I would give to my daughter.
Could you see yourself polishing off a whole bag?
I'm already there.
For all your fall favorites, come on down to your local Sprouts.
Wasn't
Click
that
the
great?
link. I don't know.
Wasn't
It was
that
great. But I asked him, I said, did you get to try any of you did this whole thing where you had all of these fall flavors in the store. Did you try any of it?
Right.
And he said, no, he didn't try any of it.
It is my whole career.
Which I thought was insane.
They're like, you did the premiere for blah, blah, blah. Did you see it? No.
Yeah.
You were the spokesperson for Fall Festival at Sprouts. Did you have? No.
No. But I felt bad. And so I said, why don't we try a bunch of fall stuff?
So that's what we're doing today.
Yeah. So I was like, so I wanted you to try all the Sprout stuff. But we thought, why not just not, or let's not, oh my goodness gracious. It is the bottomless
I'm
mimosas.
telling you. In the Dayquil.
And the Dayquil. I haven't taken any Dayquil. But I thought that we could try them and compare them and find the best fall flavors. But I'll let you do the rest of this.
Yeah, if that didn't sound like it grabbed your attention,
It didn't.
let me do it like a pro.
Oh, yeah.
You're so great at this.
Not right now.
But here,
Thank
back
you.
up. All right, everybody, today we are playing a very fun game. We have gone to not one, not two, but 3 different retailers finding your favorite fall flavors because it's time for...
Fall Flava Flay? Fall.
It's favorite fall flavors, or as I'm calling it, Fave Fall Flav.
Yeah, I was like, that's what it's like. It's something.
Fave Fall Flavs. So what we've done is we've gone to Sprouts, Target, and Trader Joe's and grabbed their unique, as far as we can, their unique fall flavors. We're talking pumpkin spice. We're talking everything nice. It's really a lot of pumpkin spice, I'm going to be honest. And we're going to tell you which one is the tippity top, the thing that you can bring to your family's Thanksgiving, the thing you can impress your friends with. You can say it has the hardly working seal of approval as the new Flav Fall Flav. Sorry, I think I shouldn't shout here.
Baby slipping.
All right, so if you're not watching, we've got a presentation here. We're going to be seeing which one's better. We'll vote. We'll enjoy one product. We'll talk about what it is, what it tastes like, and then the next one, we'll see if that knocks it out of the number 1 position.
Yeah.
That's how this is going to work.
And we have 4 different things here, so I want you to know Gold Place
Yes.
is also known as First Place. First place, second place, third place, and then your least favorite.
Oh, we're doing a least fave
Yeah,
skis.
of course. And I'm going to be over here, so talk amongst yourselves.
This would have been the perfect time to have done that part as I explained the game. But now we can continue to just stall. It's the fall season, not just at Sprouts, but right here in Southern California. Sure, it's 800 degrees outside, but really, it's the time for pumpkin spice.
All right, I have 3 things.
I did it.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Originally, we were going to get similar things, and then as we kept going to more and more stores, we were like, they don't really have 1 for 1.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get the fall flavored things and figure out what's best. But there was some things that were similar. And so we're going to try those first so we can hopefully knock
some of them
out because they are literally the same. So right now we're looking at these ones are called rolled wafers. These ones are called pumpkin spice batons. And these ones are called coconut rolls. But they're all basically rolled up wafers with something in the middle.
So if you're just listening, it's probably a little much to try to juggle all three of those in your brain. So the first one is pumpkin spiced rolled wafers. These are those cylindrical tubes you can dip in coffee. You could do whatever you want. But here's what it says. This decadent treat offers the ultimate combination of flavors and textures in every bite, pairing crisp, delicate wafers with delightful pumpkin spice cream filling.
Has to be Sprouts.
Dang. It is Sprouts, and that was a cold read, people.
It was great.
That was a cold
That's why
read.
they hired you.
Never been read. All right, I got one here. You want to break it in half?
Yep.
Kelly's going to take the first bite. Some ASMR for you. Let's hear it. Ooh, it does sound great. I feel like I'm doing the commercial again. All right.
It's a subtle pumpkin spice flavor, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the crunchiness is definitely there, and it definitely is delicious and wonderful.
I'm going to put it in my first place spot just for now.
To me, I always go like, who is this for? This isn't a critique on flavor, but it's like a who/when is it for? Is it a breakfast item? Is it a snack? Is it a dessert?
It's like a coffee stir stick or a hot chocolate stir stick. It's normally what I've seen people use these for.
Well, so
You
far,
put it in, it's kind of like think of like biscotti, similar to that, where you like dip it in and you eat it. So it gives you that pumpkin spicy.
Yeah.
But I like that it's subtle and it's not like bam in your face.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand
I do think it's pretty good. If I was at a holiday gathering and these were on a charcuterie board,
Yeah.
I would eat them.
Of course.
What do we got next?
Next is pumpkin spice batons. These are delicate rolled wafers filled with pumpkin spice.
Now, where are these from?
Trader Joe's. There's no longer explanation like the Sprouts one, which is why I was like, it's Sprouts. I was like, it contains milk, soy, and wheat.
Oh, ooh, I love those three
Is that
things.
good?
Yeah,
But
milk,
it's
soy, and
literally
wheat.
just what I said to you. But
All
these
right.
are basically the same.
Yeah, they look identical in terms of color. They're pretty much exactly the same. These might be a little more tan, a little tanner. No, side by side, they are literally identical. Really and truly. All right, Kelly, you've taken a bite. What do you think?
It's like exactly the same. Truly.
It is. Now, what's the flavor on these?
Pumpkin spice. Actually, I think I like this better.
I do like these better. So bring that packaging up here.
Oh,
because that means we have a new, pumpkin spice rolled wafers from Sprouts. But so far, the number one pick is pumpkin spice batons from Trader Joe's. That's how we do it, yo.
This is my trash bag.
Our new number one.
I got rid of this one. I threw it in the trash.
All right.
Sorry, I need help. Okay.
It'll be fine.
All right. Next is pumpkin spice coconut rolls.
Okay.
'Tis the season to celebrate life's little joys, like gathering with friends and family and creating lasting memories over a plate full of Sprouts coconut rolls. A classic favorite, Sprouts coconut rolls bring festive cheer to people young and old. It's a deliciously sweet snack that makes the perfect gift, holiday movie snack, or treat for Santa. Here for a limited time. So enjoy them while you can.
Okay, as you hand them to me, shout out to whoever is writing the copy for Sprouts.
I know.
Because it paints a beautiful word picture. If you can see this, even the packaging too, on the bottom of this,
It's beautiful.
where people usually like, who cares what the bottom is? It's a beautiful like plaid kind of looking thing.
That's very nice.
So shout out to whoever's writing the descriptions for these. Kelly, I saw you smell that and get taken aback. Tell me what's happening.
I just need you to know that with the first sniff, I was like, it kind of
Wowzers.
smells like dog
Tequila.
food. No, I was like a dog treat. Like I'd give this to Scooter.
Coconut
Or Milo.
rolls. So pumpkin spice coconut rolls going in for the bites. A lot different texture. It is not like a wafer like before. It is much more like those shortbread cookies,
Yeah.
in those blue tins that usually just have needles and threads in them. It has that kind of taste to it. Is there supposed to be something in the center?
No, I honestly, I don't like these very much.
Okay.
The flavor is pretty good, but I just am missing something in it.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm gonna
agree.
Put this in the trash.
it does not-
Not favorite, actually.
Just like the sipping creams, I plan on consuming every part that I get.
Really? Not
No,
me.
I'm going to throw up.
You got to put some stuff in here. Or maybe it didn't make it into
Didn't make
that
it
was
in.
my least favorite, so I didn't like that one.
Pumpkin spice batons are in first place still. What do we got next? We're switching up our category a little bit.
Next up, this is from Target. So now I don't know if they're similar.
All right, Target, let's go.
These are pumpkin spice mini pretzels.
Flav.
And give thanks. Autumn brings a chance to share so many sweet delights. Oh, so grateful treats by the plateful. There's joy in every bite.
Oh, grateful by the plateful. Right here at Target.
And it also says guaranteed to be a favorite or your money back.
Oh, really?
So if it's not in the favorite space, guess
All
what?
right.
It's going back.
Dink it and sink it. So these are the pumpkin spice covered mini
Chocolate
pretzels. Chocolate pretzels. I love yogurt covered pretzels. I love them. So I'm excited to see what this is like. Spoilers, I'm not a huge pumpkin spice person. These are
Interesting.
not great. Wait, but now the yogurt taste that I love
It's there.
is coming through now. This is not a chocolate covered pretzel, is it?
No.
It's a yogurt covered pretzel.
Yes.
So for me, this is
Well, I
a
mean, it
real
doesn't say.
contender.
I don't like it.
Dang it. Is it better than
Yeah,
the
but
second
listen,
place one?
if we're going based off pumpkin spice flavor,
I think we're going based off joy.
but this isn't pumpkin spice. It's not like the worst, but I wouldn't go back for it.
I agree. And there's, for some reason, a lot of salt on this.
Yeah.
Very salt forward.
It's going, I need to
You know, I'm
going
going to put it in my second place position, though, because I still think it's not as good as the pumpkin spice batons,
Okay.
but it's also not as bad as you're making it out to be, in my humble opinion. What's next?
All right.
You want me to read this one?
Yep.
Is it Sprouts?
No, I think that's Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. This is pumpkin chocolate chunk oatmeal cookies. There's no description, but there are baking instructions.
Wait, what?
Okay. Store in a cool, dry place. Okay, so there's no description on here except what we said.
I was excited about these.
Just
What?
powder in here.
Wait, what?
It's like a.
It's oatmeal cookie mix, isn't
Oh, it's a
it?
cookie mix or is it oatmeal?
No. Can you turn it around? Let me read it.
Here. I mean, I got all this powder on my hands.
Oh, it's an oatmeal cookie mix.
Oh, perfect. So that's edible? I hope so because I just ate it.
Ooh.
How is it?
I just tried the powder. That's all that I tried.
There's a big chocolate chunks in here, though.
It's
so-
probably really good. We should definitely make that at home. But
Ooh, they're dark chocolate. I can smell it. So I'm going to try it anyway because we're here and we're eating food. Look, it's really hard to judge. It's very flour forward.
I say that you because
Look, we don't get paid to read packaging. Actually, we do.
right,
We don't
well-
get paid to read while it's on the shelf.
shall we make this another day and
We
bring
should
it on to
and
the
bring it back. Yeah, bring it
Bring it
back. All right. Wowzers. Thanks for coming on this trip with us. What's the next one? Can I do this one then?
Yeah.
Oh, these I can tell you all about because this was part of the commercial. These are the brown sugar and cinnamon flavored sweet potato chips. There's nothing like the smell of brown sugar and cinnamon to welcome fall into your home. Sprouts, dang it. Hold for audio. And we're back. Sprouts brown sugar and cinnamon flavored sweet potato chips are fried and lightly seasoned with cinnamon spice and sweet brown sugar, making it the perfect seasonal snack. A lot of people loved these when we did the commercial.
Really?
Yes, this would have been the one that I would have been excited to try. So I'm happy we're doing it right now. You mentioned this when we bought them. You're like, are they, fall seasonal or are they just sweet potato chips? You can put them here.
I don't know if they're going to be good or not. So I guess I don't know why I'm putting
Cheers. Well, yeah, here we go. Okay. Something's happening here. There's a lot happening here. A lot of good stuff. Now, I'm a sweet potato person. I'm also a chip person. I'm also a savory person. I'm also a beautiful person. This is a real contender for me.
Good. You have them.
You don't like them?
No.
What's wrong with them? Got a little bit of a churro feel to it.
He's a big churro guy.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
This is my happy place. This is number one for me so far.
You can put that in number one spot. You better put one in a number one spot. You better move your stuff around.
I know. It's the only flawed part of this system is you have to move each individual item. For me, my number one is going right here with the potato chips.
Hope you like our Target bag. That's our trash
Yep,
now for
that's
those watching.
not staying there
Why not?
because it looks like garbage.
But it is for the garbage.
You can hand it to me. So that's my number one, my new number one. Where does it fall for you?
Gosh. Ugh. I don't particularly like it. And it's so much so that I'm like, it might go in my not like pile.
What? But you got to try a second one. Oh, you're putting it in there. Okay, so you take that because that's
No,
your
this
number
is
one
still-
right
oh,
now.
yeah, I was like,
and
don't
this is
flip it
still my
up.
number one. All right, what's
This
up
one I think
next?
might be a contender for you, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's an apple pie. It's white coated cookies with apple filling.
I'm sorry, what? White coated what?
White coated cookies with apple filling topped with cinnamon sugar. It's an
What is
apple
white
pie.
coated?
I think
White's
it's
not
like
a
white
flavor,
chocolate.
it's a color.
I think it's white chocolate.
Okay. Yeah, so these are like they're cute. They look like little teeny oatmeal pies.
Let's see if I can.
Lots of sprinkles.
Ooh, they want you to pair these cookies with your favorite beverage, like coffee, cocoa, or milk.
Oh, well, I have Topo Chico. Let's give it a shot. The texture is great.
That's really good. The smell is good too.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you
Taste is
enjoy
pretty
me
good, too.
talking with my mouth full.
Look, so y'all know those cookies in vending machines that are like shortbread, but they have like a dollop of like jam in the center,
This is good.
like a thumbprint cookie.
This is really good.
That's kind of what this is. It looks to be kind of like a donut style, like a donut shaped cookie, and it's got that jam jelly on the inside, and then it's coated with white, whatever that is, on the outside. Kelly? Oh, we've got a new number one.
This is my number one spot. I really like that cookie. I did not think I was going to like that cookie.
Yeah.
This is still, the pumpkin spice batons are from Trader Joe's are my number 2 right now. But these apple pie filled cookies from Target, believe it or not,
Oh gosh.
so good.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's trash, just leave it there.
We're just throwing trash on the floor now is where we've come to. Out of nowhere, Target
Really good.
showing up in a big bad way. Fair warning though, if you want to get some of these treats from Target, you better go soon because they were not easy to find.
Shall we try another Target snack?
Let's do it. But for the record, for those listening, these whatever that was, the apple pie bites did not take the place of the chips for me.
Just for me. I was excited about these ones, and I opened, oh my goodness.
You smell it?
It's cheesecake. So these are pumpkin cheesecake sandwich cookies or cream-filled crispy sandwich cookies. But I opened the package and I can smell the cheesecake.
We're gonna be so sick.
Smell that.
I'm gonna smell it. I'm gonna smell
Can
it
you
on
smell
air.
that? Smells like a snickerdoodle.
Wow. You guys, I can tell that I'm not gonna love this. It's an Oreo style cookie, like almost like an oatmeal cookie on the outside with cream between the two halves.
It's interesting because the thing that Target is doing is they're giving sharing or suggestions on the
so
back,
what's
like
the
what else
suggestion
you
here?
should do. So the last one was like dip in or drink with your favorite beverage. This is telling you that I should dip the edges of this into white chocolate and then sprinkle that with pumpkin spice. Like, why
To
didn't
make
you
the last
just do
cookie?
that
Yeah.
for me?
All right, Kelly, you take the first bite. Let me know how it is. It does look good. Like you could definitely buy these, put them out for holidays. Ooh, you got big smiles over there, girl.
I just need you to know, Girl Scouts,
Mm-hmm.
this is your cookie. This is the cookie that you should sell. What it reminds me of? It reminds me of Girl Scout cookies.
Yep.
It is good. Do you like it?
I like it a lot. It's gonna go in my third place.
Yeah.
It's still not as good as the chip
gonna go
or
in
the
my
last
second
cookie,
place.
But it is very good. If you are an Oreo style person, you will like these.
This is really good. This was a good idea for this show. This is really good. Like so good.
I have so many wafer batons on the floor. Okay, so is that your number
Target.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Target coming out
Can I
of
give
nowhere.
this pretzel to you? I only put in here because you told me to.
Garbage pretzel. Was this a Target pretzel?
Yeah. So maybe not that part
Maybe
of
not
Target,
all of
but
it.
like this. Oh, so good.
All right, what do we have left?
We'll switch it up. We'll go back to some, or do you want to stay with cookies?
Let's switch it up. I need something that's less sugary than that.
It's all sugary.
You know this is my turn.
We go to Sprouts.
Sprouts, baby. All right, let's take a look. These are our old-fashioned pumpkin snaps. These delicious cookies are a throwback to a different generation. Imagine a crispy... Stop. This is why you can't be on set.
Keep going. A different generation. Here I am.
Different generation. Imagine a crispy pumpkin cookie complemented by the perfect amount of sweet spices. A perfect treat with tea, coffee, or even ice cream.
What different time are we in?
A time that we used to have teas, coffees, and ice creams, I guess.
I got the. What is it? What is it? What is that? I got the. No, it's not-
What are you saying? Oh, it's a cookie.
it's a. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy,
More
because I
cookies.
still have one more part of the description while you eat
Okay.
it. Here we go. Lemon face. Ooh, lion face. Ah.
I don't know what's
behind the
happening.
scenes, guys. Snap them up while you can because they're here for a limited time only. The only challenge will be resisting the temptation. Take 2. Snap them up while you can because they're only here for a limited time only. The only challenge, the only, will be resisting the temptation to eat the whole bag. That was good. Good little sound effect.
Thank you.
All right, tell me what you're thinking. I can hear it from here,
It's
though.
dry.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad.
Listen
You
to
definitely
that.
need to dip this in ice cream, coffee,
Yeah.
or tea.
Listen to that through your Tesla speakers. Listen to
bad.
that. It's not my favorite. Now, look. They don't have any serving. Well, I guess they did. They're like, tea. This would go good in coffee.
Yeah.
This is the type of, what do they call those? Like,
Biscotti.
yeah, it's like a very biscotti flavor.
I don't like it.
If I had a cup of coffee, I would really enjoy it.
Yeah. I put it in my bad pile for now.
But on its own, it's a little bit much.
I need some water.
Okay. It's a water break, everybody. Oh, gosh. It's a water
It's hard
break,
work
so
doing this for you guys.
Yeah,
Lots
you're-
of sweet in my mouth.
we do it so you don't have to. I also just spilled a significant amount of Topo Chico on my rug.
Okay, let's do some chocolate bites. Chocolate, which is more sweet, but not cookies.
Yeah, hey, before we do that, is that a real plant over there?
No.
Okay, because I was like, I think it's growing onto the cables.
It,
I was like, maybe it's latching
not.
on like a grape
it's
vine.
a fake plant, so we're cool.
Oh,
we
good.
cool, y'all. I'm going to
cool.
give you these to do this
Great.
after, but I'm going to do these ones. So these are maple truffle butter cookies.
Ooh, the truffle butter. Tell Drake.
And you enjoy every bite. Savor these cookies with your favorite warm beverage like coffee, tea, or spiced cider. So these are, I wish they had more like breakdown of what they are, but it's basically like a cookie on the bottom with maybe caramel in the middle and chocolate on top.
Did you read the side of the packaging?
There's nothing on the side of the pack. As autumn brings a chance to share many sweet delights. Oh, so
Oh.
grateful in every bite.
So
There's
okay.
not really lots of descriptives.
This is from where?
Target.
Target. What?
It is kind of melted.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
right to camera, please.
Melted.
They look like somebody with a severe sinus infection sneezed into the bottom of a
I
bag.
don't have a lot of good hopes for this.
Yeah. Oh, are they? I can't even give you a accurate representation of this because I bet there's supposed to be chocolate on the bottom of this.
No, I think it's supposed to be
There's not?
a cookie, and then caramel, and then chocolate. But this looks like really dried out chocolate.
It's kind of white. Should we eat this?
No.
Yeah, so we're not going to eat this because we do a lot for you, but food poisoning is not on that list.
It's not food poisoning. It just looks old.
Here you go. Toss them straight in there.
They just look like they were melted, and then
So what was that one called?
maple truffle cookies.
Nah, that's whack. All right.
All right,
so
so
you gave
now-
me another one.
Yeah, yours are some sprouts.
I like that. Like we have such weird arbitrary lines.
Yeah, we won't
It's
try
like
that.
I'll eat the uncooked oatmeal cookie mix, but I won't eat the melted chocolate caramel cookie.
It looked like it sat out for a long time in
Too
the
long.
heat.
The Hot
Not
Hot
great.
Heat. Great band. Shout
It
out
says
to
if
Hot
we
Hot
don't
Heat.
like it, we can bring it back.
Okay. So what is this? This is chocolate bites? Choco Love bites.
I'm sure it has a better description because I'm pretty sure that's from Sprouts.
Pumpkin spice, 33%, milk chocolate, and individually wrapped.
Oh, that's nice. So these
you-
are pumpkin spice chocolate bites.
You're not going to have the problem we just had with the other ones. Okay. It says this. Share it with someone you love. That's truly all it says. So I don't know where this came from. Anyway, there's also a frog on the back for Rainforest Alliance if you're
Smells
into
like
that.
Valentine's Day candy.
Alrighty. So yeah, it's like
Which I
a...
guess would just be Dove because that's what I think I associate.
Yeah, this looks like those Dove chocolate hearts, except
Yeah.
in the center it seems to be caramel or something. Or pumpkin spice. We'll find
Probably
out
pumpkin spice. Okay,
right
ready?
now. Go for it. How's it going to be? What's it going to taste like? What do you think?
Not caramel.
Not caramel. All right, I'm taking a bite too. I'm not a chocolate person. It's
fine.
It's
Not my favorite type of chocolate.
What's on the inside? I assume that
Pumpkin
must be
spice.
the pumpkin spice, but are you
Wish
getting
it
any
was more
pumpkin spice flavor?
No.
Me either.
And I wouldn't say that it's bad. I would just say
It's not
my
standing out
preference.
at all. Yeah. If you're looking for some fall things, this ain't gonna do it. I need to cleanse my palate with a chip here. I got
Right,
so
I was
much
really
sweet.
excited about these. So next we have two more things. Yeah, two more things. I had to check.
This is a shout out for all the people who hate hearing people chew.
I've been really excited about these. I got some of these for Saman and didn't get any for me. But when we were doing this, I was really excited. So these are JoJo's from Trader Joe's.
Heard of
and they
it.
have JoJo's throughout the year, but they have seasonal ones. So these ones are the pumpkin sandwich cookies in yogurt flavored coating with sea salt. And
Okay. Ooh.
fall just wouldn't be fall without the familiar flavor of pumpkin spice. Fortunately for us, Trader Joe's pumpkin spice JoJo's pumpkin sandwich cookies are here to provide a doubly delicious, doubly pumpkin-y cookie experience.
Wow.
They're made with our celebrated seasonal pumpkin JoJo's, which we cover in a sweet pumpkin spice yogurt flavored coating with a touch of sea salt.
Wow.
All to help you ring in autumn on a properly pumpkin-y note.
Wow.
How'd I do?
Pretty good.
Not a good cold reader.
Okay, this is a big cookie.
big cookie.
This looks like an Oreo that was deep fried. It looks like a deep fried Oreo.
Well, their JoJo's are like Oreos.
Is that what it is? They're like
Yeah,
Jorios?
Yeah.
All right, give it a Jory go, I guess. Wow. This is not for me, dude. Is it for you? Because it's not for me. Oh.
What don't you
is-
like about it?
It is so sweet, and at the same time, somehow so salty,
There's sea salt on top.
and it tastes a little bit like drywall.
That's okay.
It's a lot. And benefit of the doubt here, we've had a lot of food.
I don't really know what
a
to
lot
do
of
with this,
confusing
though.
flavors.
It doesn't like fit anywhere in here for me.
And it also doesn't fit maybe on like a table anywhere.
Yeah, it's okay. It might be good on a cheese board.
Maybe, but it's too big. It's not like a little bite, you know? That's a 3-bite cookie minimum.
That's true. I don't.
You got nothing to say after that?
I keep thinking about if I like it or not, but I think honestly the overall flavor for me was like lots of yogurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I like
I've been
yogurt,
excited
too.
about these ones too. We found those today for the first time,
Oh,
and it's
then-
super cute. For those that can't see it, it looks like a Dunkin' Donuts coffee bag. This is what their coffee
Yeah,
comes in.
shout out to Corey Live, Dunkin' Donuts lover.
Yeah,
We all
pumpkin
know he
spice.
loves Dunkin' Donuts and
That's
all
right.
Inspire brands.
Pumpkin spice, the kind of flavor you fall for. Get it? Get it?
Oh, because it's fall.
Fall, y'all.
Now, are these, it's got a bagel on the front.
So
what is
These
this?
are goldfish, limited edition goldfish,
Just normal goldfish crackers, but
but they're not crackers. They're graham crackers,
okay.
and they are pumpkin spice grams.
Let's give it a go. Why bury the lead?
Sorry for the loud noise. You got to take a couple.
Taking a couple.
Oh wow, they're really covered though.
Oh, they're thick boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, sugary.
Brooklyn's gonna love these in her snack this week.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Dunkin' Donuts showing up in a big bad way.
Tastes
These-
like a pumpkin spice donut. I'm
these-
not even kidding.
These are like Teddy Grahams, but way better.
Yeah.
Teddy Grahams, you know when you eat a Teddy Graham, you're like, this is gonna, oh, it wasn't exciting.
These
Wasn't
don't-
that great? These are good.
They don't take my number one spot, but they definitely deserve a spot on the table.
Yeah, they're gonna replace whatever this pumpkin spice Oreo cookie was here.
Cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, the cheesecake. It is clap, clap, out of here. See you later. But it doesn't take the number one spot anywhere. So unfortunately, it doesn't go up on the board.
No, but it's delicious. Give me.
There you go. How many more do you think we have left here?
No, that's it.
That's it? That's all of
We
them?
did. I told you. Said we have two more. It's the last one.
Oh, I don't tend to listen.
Sorry, it's so loud because I'm eating more goldfish.
Look, I don't
tend to
know.
listen.
I know that neither of us is going to be able to convince or persuade the other that their pick is right. But I will tell you that we only have one thing that crosses over both. Your number one is my number two,
The
which
apple
means
pie.
I think the definitive winner for things that you should bring to your family's get together this holiday season are these Target's favorite day apple pie filled cookies.
I just took another bite. I need you guys to know, it's so good.
Yeah, it is
I
really good.
really did not think I was gonna like this. It kind of tastes like a really good Pop-Tart, but in like the best of ways.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts aren't my favorite either, but
No, but or a pastry.
yeah.
It's like a strudel.
Got your German coming out a little bit.
It does. It's so good.
So here's the deal. I would venture to say bring both of these. The apple pie bites from Target, swing brought by your local Sprouts for the fall festival, and get yourself some of these brown sugar and cinnamon flavored sweet potato chips. Shout out to Trader Joe's, which did not make it in the top two, but definitely had some good contenders in there. But that
The baton was my favorite of
the
theirs.
baton. That seems we were so young, so long ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man. So that is the winner of
Dang, it was really good.
our taste test. Are you happy with it? I'm gonna grab
I'm-
a water while you tell me if you're happy or not.
Beyond happy about this. Genuinely, It is very, very, very good. And I'm pretty sure this was a last minute grab for us. It was the last one on the shelves, which now I understand why it was the last one on the shelves. But it's so good. I mean, I don't even know. I just don't know. I'm not a fruity gal. Like you would think that I would have
I'm a
gone for
fruity
the
boy.
chocolate.
I would have thought so.
But I didn't. I went for the apple.
Yeah,
It's
and-
very good.
Also, not a lot of chocolate on the board here.
No.
Not a very chocolate-forward season. Mostly pumpkin, spice, and everything nice at your local Sprouts dealer.
All right, Powerpuff Girl.
Also a great show. All right. Well, we are encompassed by, infused with, and surrounded by lots of fall favorites, but we got other stuff to do and talk about, including this week's unpopular opinions voted on by you.
I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one I want to talk about is a polarizing opinion, and I want to bring it up just because I think it's the most polarized, possibly the most polarizing vote that we've ever gotten.
Okay.
I don't know if we've ever had one that was this far. At 98% disagree and 2%, nope, try it again. Oh, so many fall favorites. At 98% agree and 2% disagree, this opinion is it's amazing to sit back and watch trends come and go without participating.
Amazing. I wouldn't say that it's amazing, but
I think it is.
It's fine to watch it go. I'm like, yep, that was a trend. Now it's not. You see less of them than I do.
What do you mean? I see less trends.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be like, oh, do you see that TikTok trend? And you're like, no.
My TikTok is nonsense, friends. It's the best place to be for me.
But I do like not having to participate in some of them because some of them are dumb.
And I don't mean like
the Tide
Pods.
Tide Pod
Eating
trend,
Tide Pods.
trend.
Don't do that. Yeah, no,
but it was. I'm saying it was a trend.
it was. I think when I read trend, I was thinking more like things that people do say / wear. So like, I don't need to jump on. I'm happy to not jump on the stupid sunglasses train or the stupid bucket hat train or the oversized button down train. Like whatever it is.
I thought you were talking about like TikTok trends,
No, not trends like, can you do this TikTok dance? But
like the ice water challenge, ice bucket challenge.
yeah. And I'll tell you what, we should play this game on here. I can't keep up with the lingo. I was watching this TikTok video where they told me that the chair emoji is what Gen Z uses to replace the crying laughing emoji.
I don't get it.
I don't get it
You
either.
guys are weird.
Yep. Happy
You're not
to let it
listening
go.
to this podcast, but if you are, you're weird.
No, because they wouldn't listen to a podcast hosted by two 100-year-olds.
It's true. My gosh.
So that was the most polarizing. And let me get into the actual close ones, the official
Okay.
unpopular opinions. First one is this. Self-serve checkouts are better than cashiers.
Depends.
I will go out of my way to
I know.
find a self-checkout.
I know you will.
I am such an extrovert, but the small talk at a Target or a grocery store, I don't need it. It's not for me.
It just depends. Most of the time I'll choose self-checkout,
Yeah, of course.
but sometimes I don't want to.
Oh, well. This
Sometimes
has
it's
been-
more of
this
a
has been very
hassle because if
exciting
something,
conversation.
no, but listen, sometimes it's more of a hassle because if you mess up or something goes wrong,
Well, yeah, let's talk about that
then
too.
you have to like have someone come over and help you, and it takes them forever because it's a self-service checkout.
It's
So,
not
whatever.
just that, but I will say this. The last few times that we've talked to Target employees,
Mm-hmm.
they've been pretty bummed out.
Yeah.
And this is not my words. This is what is relentlessly and regularly communicated to me by people working there. They're like, they're understaffing people like stores intentionally to have lower labor and make more money is what they are thinking is why. But for instance, today there was one cashier to check out.
Poor guy.
There was like 4 self-checkouts and a line for self-checkout, and like 2 ladies standing at a self-checkout where it's, gotten locked because you scanned something wrong or whatever, and no one there to help them. Half a dozen people over at the customer service and returns line with nobody there. I'm like, they're really like, I understand that we can move to things like self-checkout, but you still have to like staff your stores.
Yeah, but at the
and
same
stuff.
time, we walked over to the in-store Starbucks and the Target, and there were like 7 employees on break. I was
Which
like, maybe
makes-
not a great
yeah.
time to do that, everybody.
But makes no sense because we were there at like 8:30 in the morning.
I know.
It opened at 8.
They probably get in early to stock.
Maybe, but still just have 6 or 7 people on break at the same time at 8:30 in the morning.
They're 10s. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know,
ran
but
breaks.
I'm just saying.
Not a big deal for you then.
What?
I don't know.
The self-checkout versus...
No, the Target problem.
I mean, it is a problem, and I hear that. It's also bad management.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's less about our society and our culture, and I feel more like it's the management and the pressure that big companies, big corp, is that the right thing to say? Big corporations.
Corporate America.
Put on the stores to be like, this is what it has to be. But I'm like, you've never spent a day in your life in the store, at least not in the last 5-10 years. Like, so you put these unrealistic expectations on what you think labor should hit and what food costs should be or whatever.
Right.
Here's me coming from experience.
I know.
But it's true. But I'm like, but you haven't actually spent a day in the restaurant or here I am, restaurant or the store or Target to know like what does it actually take to like run the store well at the standard that you're looking for while getting great customer reviews. Mm-hmm. It takes more than just being like, yeah, we'll have self-service checkouts.
Yeah, which is nice, but
just saying.
Yeah, not great.
I have strong feelings about this.
I guess so. I really had to dig down to find those feelings, but
I think I just don't have a preference. I mean, I like talking to people, so I don't really care. But if I'm in a hurry, I want to go to self-checkout. But sometimes it takes longer to go to self-checkout because you have a line of people and they don't know how to work self-checkout.
That part's shocking.
So it just depends.
All right. Well, 2 more here. Next one is saying you're not alone to a person who's struggling does not help.
Agree.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sure everyone did.
55% agreed, 45% disagreed. So sorry.
why.
Let me go back and say the self-checkout one, that it's better than cashiers. 58% agreed, 42% disagreed. But this one, saying you're not alone to a person who is struggling does not help. 55% agree. And I had a lot of people message me.
Okay, I want to hear what they said.
And basically say like, yeah, this needs to stop.
Yeah.
And I think it's tricky because it's kind of the thing you say when you don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it's like we're here for you. That's another way of saying that. It's like we're
or praying for you
me.
or sending good thoughts.
Thoughts
like
and prayers.
You're just not sure what to do for this person who's probably really suffering.
Yeah.
With something, through something, whatever it is. And it is a little bit generic. Like you'll get there. Like you got this. You're not alone.
I wish there was something that we knew that we could say to people like that though, because I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm not really close to them, then the easiest thing to say is like, hey, like if you need me, I mean, for me, I wouldn't say you're not alone. I'd say, hey, if you need anything, like I'm here, you can reach out, which is just a nicer way of saying you're not alone.
Yeah, exactly.
But a more intentional way of saying it, I guess.
Yeah, everyone says that too. They're like, when people are like, let me know if you need anything. I know they don't mean that. We tend to be the people who mean that.
Yeah, I am the person that will follow up and text and be like, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah. Which
like,
also,
or hey, just checking in.
Speaking of, shout out to our friends Danielle and Randy.
Oh yeah.
Had their new baby Junie.
Yeah, Auntie Kelly's ready.
Let's go.
I'm gonna hold her.
I'm gonna hold the crap out of that baby.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna spoil her. But congratulations. We're
Happy
so
for
excited
you guys. So excited to meet her. Yeah, but anyway, back to this. You're not alone piece. I think that is tricky because you do want to say or do something that's helpful. I guess the argument on the other side is that like that is not helpful.
Yeah.
So what is?
But what are you supposed to say? Like,
well, yeah. And that's
hey, have you gotten in therapy yet? You should check out therapy. Medications, great.
that
what
is what we should say.
What do you say?
Like,
do you know what I mean?
Instead of you're not alone, just be like Zoloft.
Yeah. You gotta.
Xanax. I don't know what Zoloft is. I think that might be an allergy medicine. I don't know.
Xanax. See your doctor. Get something prescribed. It's the way to do it.
Thanks, spokesgirl.
I'm just saying. I've never had. I'm not one of those people that's had that's needed something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think I'd benefit from some Xanax.
Probably. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What do you do?
We can talk more about that later.
No, the Xanax part.
Yeah. You and me. But like, what do you say? And if you're not going to say you're not, and I need everyone to know. I'm not saying that. Yeah, you should just say you're not alone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, posing the question. Then what do I say?
Yeah.
Is it appropriate for me then to be like, hey, have you thought about getting into therapy? Or should it be something more like, hey, like, how can I come alongside you?
Yeah, I mean that comes with a lot of obligation too, though. You know, like, well, what I really need is like $10,000, and then I wouldn't be stressed. Like, there's only so much that you can do.
Get a job. I'm just kidding.
Job.
But you know what I mean?
I also see a lot of people. I shouldn't say a lot of people. There's a few people that pop up on my stories on Instagram that kind of share the I'm feeling out of control and crazy part of their life.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but then like later that day, they'll say something like, shout out to all the people, my friends and family who watched the stories,
I know,
but didn't reach out to help. And I'm like, well, that's
pressure.
not fair either.
Yeah. Like, come on.
And then they, clear out their followers or whatever. I don't get it.
This might be a bad read to have on it, but I think I feel with that where I'm like, it shouldn't always be up to the people in your life to reach out to make sure you're okay. I think there's pieces of that, like if you are friends and you're there and you care, yes, like you reach out and do that, but it shouldn't be their fault.
Yeah.
If you choose not to reach out when you need to talk. And that's probably an unpopular opinion in and of itself, but like I can't read minds.
Well, that's the thing. And that's the tricky piece, I think, is I learned this in relationships, and marriage and family therapists will tell you this. Yeah. Like you can't assume that the other person knows what you're thinking or what you need.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you're responsible for your own happiness.
Oh, no, that's something I came up with through living enough life to realize that no one is going to make sure that I'm happy or okay. And it's my responsibility. And we talk about it with Brooklyn and everything. Like, that's it. But no, what did I say before that instead? That you're like, I didn't think it was that.
Through therapy.
Oh, yeah. You can't read people's minds.
Yeah.
And I think having, I don't want to say that I was raised in this type of household. What I'm meaning to say is the type of conflict that I would engage in was passive aggressive growing up. Like, it would be like, you'll know I'm not okay because I'm not engaging with you.
Yeah.
Which is not healthy, nor is it the same thing as saying, I'm having a hard time with X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
So, nothing good comes from being passive aggressive. Not for you, not for the person you're upset with. But all that to say, I do know that it's hard and at times impossible to reach out when you really feel like you can't even put one foot in front of the other.
That's true.
So it's difficult to say something like, just reach out to a person who's clinically depressed.
But for someone that's posting stuff like you said, I'm like, you posted on your story.
Right.
Well, instead of posting on your story,
came that far.
Like, why not just text
somebody?
Your mom, your family member, your best friend.
I don't know. But there does need to be something better than saying you're not alone.
That's true. And I would also say this. I wish that we would and I think it's getting more normal, and I think that's good, but I wish we would normalize like therapy and medication, like medication that people actually need. Because I do think that there's a stereotype behind that like, if you do that, you're broken or there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
When the truth is like, sometimes you just need it. Like it's good for you. It gives you perspective. It teaches you about you. Or prescription. Like some people have like imbalances and like chemical imbalances in their body, and they need it to be balanced out. And that's the only thing that will help with that. I wish we would normalize that a little bit more.
Yeah, it's funny
instead
because
of demonizing it.
Yeah. I think of myself as a person who does normalize things like that.
Yes, me too.
Because I'm always like, get into therapy. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy. Yeah. Everyone used to think that something was wrong if you had to go to therapy.
But you remember, I was terrified of getting into therapy. And I told you, and I remember crying a lot with you, being like, I feel like getting into therapy is me admitting that I'm broken or damaged goods. Right. Like there's something wrong with me.
Well, I hate to keep taking it back to the culture every episode.
I know.
But there is this sometimes unspoken and sometimes actually spoken expectation that you can kind of pray anything away.
Yeah.
Like...
Don't say it.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of alluding to that as an example, but that's not really what I'm getting at necessarily. But it's like all things are possible through Christ. So like the unspoken part is like, if you're doing it right, like the solution will come from prayer, life group, whatever.
Yeah. Versus putting the work in.
Oh, well, that's
learn about
definitely
yourself
true too.
You know?
Yeah. You got to put in the work. You can't, I feel the same way about, manifesting things. No one's going to just knock on your door and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for this type of person. And you're like, oh, that's me. Like you got to get out there and do the work. And I think it's the same with big actual problems. There's definitely chemical imbalance problems that are even more complicated and don't get, for the sake of what we're talking about, prayed away.
Yeah.
And you need to be medicated. Yeah. What I was going to say though too is I like to think of myself as that type of person. And at the same time, I know for myself personally that if I had a therapist that was like, you need to be on Xanax, I would be like, actually, can you just try to give me the tools to do this on my own? Yeah. Because there is a part of me that still goes like, I should be, if someone can walk me through it, I should be able to get there.
Yeah.
And that's just not always the case.
It's true.
And I can tell you firsthand, multiple times a week, when you get a big, I don't want to call it an anxiety attack, but like big anxious feelings, you can't speak rationality or rhyme or reason to anxiety because it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Maybe for a second, but not permanently. It has to run its course.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think that I like you said, I wish that we could normalize more of the not just get into therapy, which
Yeah.
I think is getting more normalized,
Yeah.
but also like get a medication that works for you.
Yeah.
So everyone's situation's different. So
Of
many people
course.
are like, I've tried so many medications,
doesn't work
it
for
doesn't
me, yeah.
work, or it doesn't work with my body chemistry, it doesn't work with the other stuff I'm taking, whatever it is. Like, we're not trying to paint an easy solution.
No.
I mean, it'd be great if there was one, but we know that there's not.
Yeah. But also, can I say this too, just to add on to for those that are, it's just, we're in it now. But I was talking to my friend a couple weeks ago who was talking about someone they knew that was on antidepressant medication too. And later in life learned that their like medication treats your body differently. And like all the ones that this person had been on actually negatively affected his body. He needed to be in these ones that were like in the green zone. So I would say like, obviously don't just take stuff to take stuff, learn about yourself, learn about your body, listen to your doctor, like do the work to gain the knowledge that you actually can help yourself and don't just continue to dig yourself into a deeper hole.
Yeah. And neither of us are anti-doctor or anything. But sometimes you do need to, I hesitate to say, do your own research, because I also don't think that often. Don't go to WebMD and find out that somehow you scraped your knee, but now you're dying. But take a look at it.
Yeah.
Google it. If you know you're already on a medication, Google what you can and can't take with that, because those are the kind of things that should be getting checked and don't always get checked. So do the research in that sense, but don't do stupid things.
Sorry.
Just don't be stupid, guys.
I just wanted to say that. Okay.
No, you're good. All right. Last unpopular opinion before we get into a couple stories and
Ready.
get out of here. I wonder how you'll feel about this, because you are, as much as we talk about, have read a bunch of books. You are the avid reader in the house. Your Kindle often has smoke coming out of it because
I'm
you're just
reading
burning through it.
Yep. Long cord to plug it in while I'm reading in bed. Yep.
It says books should have a list of characters and their primary role. 53% agree, 47%
some do.
disagree. I don't think it needs to even be their role necessarily, but if they gave a list of characters with a little bit about like, Peter with the brown hair and he's from Connecticut or whatever, at least it would give me a little bit. I don't need to know their plot, but something.
But that would take away from the character development that happens within the book. And that would take away some of the surprise or some of the like wow factor as you're reading. I've seen that done at the end of books where they'll like talk about the characters and have them all there, or
Really?
mostly in plays when they give you character
yeah.
descriptions. But I've never really seen that in books, and I disagree. I don't think they should have that.
Interesting.
I understand why people would want that,
Right.
but I enjoy reading and being surprised and being engaged with the characters.
Yeah, I don't
and,
think
like,
they need to spoil
getting to know
anything.
them. But I do think that for some books, like if you know all the characters, then you can kind of guess the plot. And
Yeah.
I am, you know me, I am someone that we watch movies together and I'm like, oh, this person, like this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Like I can guess 80% of the time can guess like what's going to happen prior to it happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that type of stuff ruins it for me.
But it wouldn't be giving it away. It'd be like Peter marries school friend who also lives next door. It's like
But
just
that is-
descriptors.
Sure. They do that in the book when they introduce
I
the
know.
characters.
I was
to you.
talking to my buddy Evie about this. He reads a lot, but he can only read one book at a time because we all know what it's like when you're away from a book too long.
Yep.
I just got a big smell of pumpkin spice. It was crazy.
You're
Woo.
welcome. Just kidding.
Sugar. Oh, so much sugar. But anyway, he said he can't go between two because then he goes back and he's like, well, what is happening here?
But
Who
you
are these
shouldn't
people?
read between two books anyways. It's very weird.
Is it?
Finish the book. Yeah.
Yeah, I only do one at a time.
It's different than a like TV show.
Yeah.
Because that's a different type of taking in and learning about that.
Yeah.
It's different than that. Reading, you should get lost in the book and lost in like the characters and be in it.
Yeah, I also can, especially when I was younger, read like multiple pages and be like, oh, I didn't read any of that.
Yeah. It's called skimming.
No, I mean, I couldn't tell you any part of it. Like my eyes did the work, but my brain was somewhere else.
Yeah, I used to do that too when I was younger. But
So-
when I'm reading for fun, here's the deal. If you want to list the characters, I understand why that could be important, why that could be helpful. For me personally, I don't want it because I think it takes away from my journey through the book with these characters and reading their character development.
I understand.
Now-
I disagree, but respect your opinion.
Here's where I think it could be helpful. Say you have a book series, like let's take the Harry Potter book series, for example. It could be beneficial at the top of that type of series to give you a recap of the main players from the previous book that you're coming into. That would be helpful in my opinion.
Yeah,
where I'd be like, oh yes,
like
Harry.
a season recap.
Yeah, and Hermione. Yeah, you know what I mean? Snape is the bad teacher, whatever. But
Last week on the Sorcerer's Stone.
basically.
Yeah.
But I personally don't want it.
I like a little
But
cheat
to
sheet.
each their own.
I like a little cheat sheet. I also like finding a movie that I love and then reading the book. I know it's a bit lazy,
I've done
but
that.
it's great because I don't have to do all the work of figuring out all the stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes I put like celebrities in my head as the characters anyway.
Yeah.
So Harry Potter is a good example.
Yeah.
To have watched those movies and then read the books, I think it's actually better because if you read the books first, then you go to the movie and you're like, they left
"Ooh,
out
so
all these
much." Yeah.
things. If you go watch the movies
All
and
the
love
house
it,
elves.
and then of course, and they cook the food and yada yada yada. But if you then go and
biggest
read
thing.
Harry Potter, you're like, oh my god, like I just stumbled upon this vast chasm of new fun
That's true.
information. I think it's the way to do it, y'all.
That's true.
You want kids to read? Show them a movie. That doesn't make sense at
Doesn't
all.
make any sense.
Okay, those are the unpopular opinions. Remember, you can send yours in too, and we could put it up for the voting. Do it on our Instagram at Hardly Working Insta, or send it to us at hardlyworkingfans@gmail. You ready for a
Or
couple
text
stories?
us if you have our number.
Yeah, or text us.
Okay, I'm ready for some stories.
All right. Do you want me to have you fill in the blanks, or you want to hear the title?
Yes.
To which?
Fill in the blanks. Let me see
Okay.
if I can do it. I'm closing my eyes. I'm getting in the zone.
Man arrested for faking blank 20 times at restaurants to avoid blank.
Seizure.
Man arrested.
Oh, food poisoning.
Man arrested for faking food poisoning 20 times at restaurants
To avoid
paying the bill.
Yeah.
Close.
That's not right? Oh, I thought you were saying that's right.
No, I mean,
Okay.
I was like, we put it in the right place.
Yeah.
Man arrested for faking heart attack.
Okay, so I was closer
Very
with
close.
seizure when I said that.
Yes.
Honestly, I was going to say heart attack, but I was like, how do you fake a heart attack? I was thinking at the same restaurant, but it must have been 20 different restaurants.
He's like, this guy comes here all the time.
Well, I had to okay.
He's very prone to seizures and
Dang,
heart attacks.
okay.
So, man arrested for faking heart attack 20 times at
Dang.
restaurants to avoid paying bills. Here's what it says. This guy was at a restaurant in Spain and tried to dine and dash after his meal. Staff stopped him and he said, I'm just going to go to the hotel and grab my money. I'm going to come right back. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
sure,
oh,
sure.
no.
Yeah.
That's when the dude got upset.
And got a heart attack.
He faked a heart attack. It says this. They wouldn't let him leave, so he faked a heart attack, but the staff wasn't buying it.
So what did they do? They just were like,
Instead of calling an ambulance, they called the police, who recognized the man from having done the same thing over 20 times.
dang. I wonder how much money he spent at that last restaurant. They were like, you're definitely not going.
Yeah, you want to know the answer? Because I
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
Guesses?
No.
$35.
That's it?
That's it. It was like 34 euros in change and like
Dang.
36 American dollars.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're like, we're not paying that out of our pocket.
it said he got seafood and 2 whiskeys. And I'm glad.
It's
Look,
Spain.
don't dine and dash. And side note, good story in my mind. I was doing a Super Bowl with my buddy Corey, and we were at Johnny Rockets,
Mm-hmm.
and there was these 2 like late teen, early 20s kids next to us. They dine and dash.
Did they really?
They do.
You guys paid for it.
Corey's sitting at the bar. No, we did not.
Oh, okay.
He did. I didn't do anything. I was like,
Corey,
that
good
sucks.
guy, good
I'm just
guy.
kidding. I would have, but to watch Corey do that was so cool because the waiter came over. And Corey was like, did they just leave? And he's like, I think they did. And Corey just took their bill, paid for it, sent them on their way. So Corey, you're the
best of
hardly
us.
working man of the week.
Yeah, man of the week. VIP, very
I don't
important
think I've ever
person.
told that story anywhere.
I think I've heard that story.
Have you?
Yeah, but that's a great story. Corey is the best of us.
He is. He's the
Miss
handsomest,
that guy.
best of us. Love that guy. Anyway, so the bill was only $35.
It's like nothing.
But apparently this guy does it everywhere.
So he's
Over 20 times.
what's the most? Do you know what the most expensive? You didn't look that far, did you?
I read the whole article, but they didn't give any more specific
Dang.
details.
I wanted to know where
But-
else did he dine and dash from?
But they did. So
heart
he's in
attack from.
Spain. He's from Lithuania, but he was eating in Spain. Probably lives there.
Yeah.
And it had started to get around between the restaurants.
Of course.
Like, don't feed this guy.
They're like, he's gonna fake a heart attack, and that's why they were like, no.
Also, I was going to show the photo of this guy because it was in the middle of the article. Thank God I didn't, because it turns out it's not him.
Okay.
There was an ad in the middle of the article. It's like elementary school principal unalives himself at Disneyland.
No.
which is very sad, but also
That's a story that
unfair.
we're not talking about.
We're not talking about that. It's too sad. But unfair to put that poor principal and be like, look at
I
this
know.
Lithuanian man in Spain dining and dashing.
Oh my gosh, but it's not him.
So
He
thankfully,
just
I figured
unalived
that
himself.
out. Yes.
Ooh.
So, but that's a different story. This guy, he's going to jail.
Good, as he should.
Should have just
Hopefully
paid
for
your thing.
20
I
counts
don't-
of faking a heart attack.
Yeah.
And dining and
What are you in
dashing.
for? A faked a heart attack.
He's gonna fake it.
He just does it.
Yeah. There it is.
But I think, why do you do this? Why does a person do this? Is it
probably
because
stems.
they can't afford it, or because they get off on it?
That one.
Yeah.
So it might stem from a place of not having enough money,
Mm-hmm.
but then it probably stems from a place of like, I wonder if I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more you get away with it, it's like, I can get away with anything. If I
That's
just
true.
fake a heart attack.
It's his go-to move. They'll never know.
Yeah. Basically.
Shocked he's still alive. All right, one more before we get out of here.
Okay.
You want to fill in the blanks or just go for it?
I want to fill in the blanks.
All right,
Wait,
let me see. Go ahead. Yeah. Focus.
Ready.
Okay, there's only one blank. Polish. Here we go. Back in the zone.
Polish.
Polish police arrest man who pretended to be a blank before stealing jewelry.
To be a king.
Pretended to be a king?
I don't know.
Why did he get arrested?
Pretended to be like one of those people that, or a jewelry seller. Or a jeweler.
He's like,
a diamond expert.
Are you impersonating a jeweler?
Am I doing a good job?
No.
A security guard.
I mean, better, but no.
Okay, tell me. I don't know.
Polish police arrest man who pretended to be a mannequin before stealing
sorry.
jewelry.
What?
Yes. A la Bob's Burgers. Do you remember that episode
I
of the
do.
guy who's a
I do.
mannequin?
For
So
Christmas.
it was a little bit like that. Here's what the article had
He
to
was
say.
in love with a mannequin too.
He was. And she had two left hands because one hand broke off in a terrible accident. I don't remember the details. Police said a 22-year-old with a bag in his hand froze motionless. Imagine he's like holding the bag
In the store?
in a store, pretending to be a mannequin in front of a shop window, which is hilarious. That he's not even behind the glass. He's just standing out there with no other mannequins.
Yeah.
Because it's
Just
on
with
a
a bag in
walkway.
his hand. Yeah.
Now, what I thought this was, I don't know if you've seen these videos of people. They're in those like, those like spandex suits, like green screen suits, except they're white ones.
Yeah.
And so they're standing at Target and they just look like they're
Yeah.
a white mannequin and they have a hoodie on or whatever.
Yeah,
and they'll, tap somebody or throw a pillow
Yeah.
at them. That cracks me up. I imagined it was that. It wasn't.
It's
The
just him.
dude is just there,
Himself.
just standing there.
Okay.
So it said this.
Interesting choice.
In this way, meaning freezing himself, he wanted to avoid being exposed by the cameras. Police said the man went on to rob a jewelry stand once the shopping center had closed. On another occasion, he went into a restaurant to eat before slipping under the roller shutters, those big like garage door things?
Yeah.
Slipping under the roller shutters at the entrance to the store to swap his clothes out for new ones. Afterwards, he came back to eat more food at the restaurant. The man was ultimately caught by Paul Blart and could face up to... Okay, that part's not true, but was caught by mall security and could face up to 10 years in prison.
Dang. So he actually robbed a jewelry store.
Yeah.
And a clothing store.
Yeah.
And did he rob the restaurant or did he just eat at the restaurant?
I mean, one and the same, isn't it?
If he paid for it.
I don't think he left any cash there.
I don't
Between
know.
this guy and the guy
I
who
know. I mean, they-
faked the heart attack,
Yeah.
maybe it's the same guy.
Maybe it's the same guy. He had to come back with something different, more interesting than just a heart attack, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't do that.
I'm just frozen. I'm a mannequin.
Mannequin challenge.
Roll under. Just kidding.
You know what? The reason why I like the story, other than it's absurd and totally the type of stuff we talk about, is like in a world that doesn't exist, I could see myself doing this. Not robbing a jewelry store.
But doing something as silly as pretending to be a mannequin.
Yeah, like faking being a mannequin,
Yeah.
and then you're stuck in a mall. Now, a quick story here. I was in Nolens, Louisiana.
I was like, what?
I
Nolans?
was doing a gig. I was at my hotel. It was dinner time. I was like, I got to grab some food. I find, I was like, okay, I'm on Yelp. There's a couple good options. They're over at the mall. So I walk over to the mall. Can't find a way in.
remember
Finally do. it's a mall like you'd imagine, 2-3 stories, music playing, lights on, all the shops and
What?
stores, 0 people in it. It was like post-apocalyptic.
That's crazy.
It was nuts. Everywhere I went,
You sent me videos.
I did. I took so many videos. Everywhere I went, it was so eerie because the music was playing. It was like, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, but it's just you walking through this post-apocalyptic wasteland. So anyway, that's my New Orleans story, my Nolans story. Going back, I could see myself doing something like that. When I was a kid, I used to do stupid things. There was this, like we all did, there was this really fun book that was like one thing a day. It was like a challenge.
Yeah.
And it was all absurd stuff.
Be a mannequin. Fake a heart attack.
Kind of. Yeah. It was like, technically you can mail a banana if you write an address on it, put a stamp on it. So like you do that. But one of the things was like, cut out this out of order sign and place it somewhere. And I did. I went to Stone Fire and put it on one of the soda machines, and everybody didn't use the soda machine.
That's so funny.
It is so rude.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah.
So there is a world, a life in which I'm like, I could totally see myself pretending to be a mannequin and then getting locked in the mall and being like, which also happened on a Bob's Burgers episode when he got locked in a camping store.
Yep.
So basically,
You just want to be Bob from Bob's Burgers.
it's true. I'd like to be Jean, maybe Linda.
Jane.
My little Louise, my teeny Tina. Anyway, so he could face up to 10 years in prison, which seems a little heavy-handed. Maybe he robbed or like took a bunch of jewelry.
Probably took a bunch of jewelry and a bunch of clothes.
Have you ever like
much food.
Do you have anything like that? Like you're like I just want to do the perfect crime, or like if I was gonna rob a bank, here's how I do it. Do you have
perfect
anything
crime.
like that?
Well, no.
Don't tell me icicle to the heart.
Icicle to any part of your body that kills you. It is a
Icicle
perfect
to
murder.
the femurs.
No, but it is a perfect murder because it melts and
I don't think
you
that's
die.
true. I think forensic scientists can tell if you were stabbed by an icicle.
probably, but there's no like murder weapon. There's no fingerprints. The fingerprints will melt away.
That's true, but the DNA.
Yeah, but hopefully you just use a glove.
You ever watch any of those like procedural crime shows like
100%.
CSI?
All of them.
I've never watched any of them.
All of them. CSI, Bones.
So what's the
Criminal
weirdest?
Minds.
What's the like the murder that not the grossest, but what's the one that sticks in your head? You think about it. I'll never forget season 1 of Dexter when they're trying to catch, I forget what they called him, the icebox killer or the cold case, whatever it was, and seeing that the spoilers, and it's not really spoilers, but it's a little gross. They drain all the blood from the body and then cut it into a bunch of different pieces. And he's like,
trigger warning.
This man knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not doing. I just love Michael C. Hall. He's so great.
Yeah. Dexter was good. I haven't finished watching all of it, but it was good.
You've watched Dexter?
Some of it. Some.
I
Not a
didn't
lot.
know. Okay.
Some. But Bones is like one of my favorite
Oh yeah,
shows.
Of course.
A lot. Criminal Minds is great too, but it is very intense, which I won't mention any of those ones.
Too
it's
intense
a
for
very
me.
intense one. But Bones, they had a couple weird ones. They had one where like they had a serial killer who his name was Palant, but he was really, really smart. And so he would kill people and then depict them in a way that represented something else that you would have to like go through and figure it out. He once changed all the vertebrae
What?
in someone's back
To spell
be
something
in
out?
a specific order. And there was another one that was like he was like the marionette killer where he like
Killed you with a doll?
no, he killed someone and then put holes in them to like oh gosh, so he could make them into a marionette so he could like hoist them
human,
up.
like in sync?
But like as
Like the
yeah,
Dirty Pop video or Bye Bye Bye? I don't remember. It was Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
Did that happen in the episode? Was In Sync there? Did
No,
Joey
it wasn't in
Fatone?
sync. It wasn't in sync. No.
Okay.
No, but that was like a real one. Another one was another serial killer who would take would kill her people in her life that whatever. It doesn't matter. She would
These
kill people.
these are my people.
She would kill people, but
They're the
she would
ones that I
take
kill.
their fingernails and then she'd wear them.
Ew.
Like that was her thing. She would take every time she killed them, she'd take their fingernail and she'd make them into hers.
Ew. Not like a gel. Not just like I'm taking your gel manicure
No,
off.
take like their actual fingernail from their
Oh.
index finger because all of her nails had gone away because when she was younger, she had been trapped. Like her dad would punish her by putting her in like a room and she would like claw at the walls and all of her fingernails were gone. And so she
my
would take
gosh.
the fingernails and put them on. That's how she
so-
got caught.
So new podcast idea. It's one of the million serial crime podcasts, but it's just Kelly describing Bones episodes.
I know. I would love that. I do love that stuff. Bones is seriously one of my favorite TV shows. You know, I watch it over and over and over again. I also love CSI. I watched it with my mom and my dad forever. Like I said, Criminal Minds is a big one. We watched the CSI spinoffs too. There are a couple others that Castle which isn't as scary, but I watched Castle.
Yeah, I couldn't get into
Numbers,
Castle.
The Mentalist,
I've not
all
seen
of that stuff.
Every single show you just said, I've never
I know,
watched.
but I'm a puzzle person. I know you know that.
Yeah,
Like
me
I
too.
like figuring things out. I like escape rooms. I like puzzle games. I like all of that stuff. And I think it spawns or stems from a lot of my childhood of watching these types of shows that I truly enjoy and don't like freak me out. Like I really enjoy them. I'm also a Gilmore Girls girly, and like Wednesday's great, and Veronica Mars is big right now. But even Veronica Mars is one of those things
my
where it's like
gosh.
she's solving mysteries the whole time.
If you weren't so well versed in Bones, I would do a Halloween at the game for you next week. Like Bones or
I mean, you
Groans. Is it a Bones episode or
You
is
could.
it something? But you would know them all, and I don't know any of them.
I know. But you could do that for like other ones.
To like
Like
what I'm telling you is
real
please
serial
make this
killer
game for me.
or TV show serial killer.
Serial killer or killer cereal.
There you go.
There's something there. Somebody
Maybe.
pitched
Figure it out.
something
Let us
here.
know.
I don't have it. That's it for the stories. You want to talk about what's coming up this week?
Sure.
another
Oh, this
big
week's
week.
a fun week, I think. I mean, we get Brooklyn back today, which is exciting. Don't know where that came from. But soccer, sleepy times because I'm so tired and just need to catch up on sleep. And then she has a birthday party this weekend that I'm pretty excited about. I get to go with her for one of her soccer friends.
You could technically talk about it.
Yeah, and we're
No
gonna-
one's gonna watch this show before that.
That's true.
happens.
And we're gonna watch. They're renting out one of her friends' parents are renting out a whole movie theater, and we're all gonna watch Taylor Swift, the Eras tour,
Yeah.
which is really exciting. So,
You're
not gonna be there, you'll be
happy that
gone.
I'm busy.
but I'm so excited about that. And
Yeah.
then, truly, I think that's it.
Well, that sounds like a fun
For
week for
me,
you guys.
you're busy.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of soccer for you.
Yeah.
We had another weird soccer week this week, but that'll
That's
be
fine.
something for another time. For me, lots of stuff going on. I'm really excited about this week. It is some things that I just love. I've got class tonight, of course. I think this is number 4 out of 6, so I'm kind of bummed that it'll be going away here
Hopefully,
soon.
you'll join another one.
I hope so. I love learning. So class tonight, I've got a world premiere on Thursday for Hulu. Don't know if I can say the show or the movie or whatever it is yet. I think it's a movie. So I won't say it because I don't even know it, but I will by the time I get the email.
Yeah.
So world premiere on Thursday for Hulu, which is very fun and exciting. I love doing world premieres. One of my favorite things. And then let's see. Oh, my buddy Rob Foray is coming into town. I think we're going to the Hollywood Bowl on Friday
Yep.
to listen to the music of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Be fun.
Him and I, so that's fun. Shout out to my guy Rob. And then Saturday, heading down to San Diego.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, San Diego.
Beautiful San Diego.
Wales. Anyway, so I've got a gig down there, and I haven't done a gig like this in a long time. So if you don't know this about me or about us, one of the things that I guess you haven't done it before, but occasionally I'll jump into corporate bands and I'll DJ their band breaks and I'll do some raps for the songs and choreography, all that kind of stuff. And for me, it has always been the Red Hot Band.
Yeah.
Best band in the business. They're amazing. Tara, who happens to also be Corey's wife, Tara leads up that band.
Yep.
And she's got amazing red hair, and it makes sense for the Red Hot Band. Every single musician,
Like Ariel.
yeah, just like Ariel. Every singer, every musician in that band is top tier,
So good.
absolutely wonderful. I play a lot of instruments. I could not do what these guys
Yeah.
do because there's been shows. Let me give you an example, and this may be telling tales out of school, so I don't know. But there was one gig where here's what you have to know about working in entertainment, in live events. A lot of times you don't know even who you're working for until you get there sometimes. Trying to get a schedule or a run of show is almost impossible at times. So you can do all of your homework and your prep work and show up and be like, oh, this is a blank. I thought it was a blank. So there was one time I was not on this gig, but it's going back to how incredible these musicians and singers, everyone are. So they go in there. They're a top 40 cover band. So we're doing the hits. We're doing the Pitbull songs, the Bruno Mars songs. We're throwing it back to Earth, Wind, and Fire and,
Yep.
and everything in between. What happens, though, is they get in there, and I might get this part wrong. I think it was a gig. It turned out to be a gig for, like, I'm just going to say a motorcycle club. Like, I don't know if it was a Harley club or whatever, but it was that type of person.
Yeah.
Like, think whoever you'd see on a Harley, that was the room full of people.
So what they had was not.
Yeah, when you start off and you're like, grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's not working.
Yeah.
So they had to switch to like classic rock,
Mm-hmm.
which these guys and girls were doing on the fly. Tara would be like, you shook me all night long to the band. And then the band would be like, okay, let's do it in A. And they
Yeah.
would just all know it and all do it. And it's not just like, well, they know a lot of songs, like the radio versions. Not everybody can sing in the key that the song is written.
yeah.
So they're transposing on the spot. These guys and girls are
insane.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. So I could never do what they do.
But you are going to be with them.
Yes, I will be with them doing the raps and doing the band breaks and all that stuff.
Those raps, if you didn't understand.
My
those raps.
raps. I think that's the Spanish word for rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has 16 R's at the front.
Yeah.
So doing that, but that'll be a good time. That's San Diego this week, and then we're coming back at you for another episode of Hardly Working after that.
A Halloween episode.
Yes. So just one more reminder.
Probably
going to
get dressed up.
Yeah, I'm going to get dressed up. You get dressed up. Send in your photos, your favorite Halloween costumes. I'm going to see if I can turn that into a little fun game for our Halloween themed episodes.
Okay.
It's all as spooky all the time next week.
Yes.
Anything else before we go?
Nope. I think that's everything for me, other than I hope y'all have a great week.
I hope you have
We
an
love you and
awesome
miss
week.
you.
I hope it's filled with love, laughter, and happiness, and that you spend most of your time
Hardly working.
Love you.
Love you too.
And we love you guys.
Bye.
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 Okay, gotta go. Bye.